Like any ordinary evening in Shanghai, my dog Bob and I were walking back home. The air was filled with the unique scent of autumn in this city. The street lamps were lighting up, and through the layers of ginkgo tree shade, I could faintly see my wife bustling in the kitchen. Unconsciously, we quickened our pace, unaware that this ordinary night would soon turn into a rescue mission and change the course of our days to come. The story begins with Bob suddenly stopping in his tracks, alert and slightly panicked, staring at the dark bushes by the roadside. Following Bob's gaze, I vaguely saw the silhouette of a dog huddled on a few scattered autumn leaves, trembling with fear. In the dim light of the street lamp, its eyes filled with an unpredictable sadness. Most likely a stray dog, knowing that in China, these street dogs often carry diseases and are in poor health. I hesitated. I couldn't risk putting my own dog in harm's way. Reluctantly, I led Bob back home, promising myself to return with a flashlight to examine this mysterious little life. Soon, I found myself back at the scene, and with the aid of the light, the situation became clearer. Emerging from the shadows was a crop-eared, majestic-faced King Corso, clearly having been astray for a long time. Its skin was bald and covered in cracks and ulcers. The unmistakable odor of mange filled the air, bearing witness to the suffering this poor creature had endured. I knew I couldn't leave this King Corso here. For some reason, many people in China, including in Shanghai, are afraid of dogs. And like many cities in China, Shanghai has banned many dog breeds, and this year, some unfortunate stories emerged, with Shanghai further expanding the list of banned breeds. A large breed like a King Corso was highly likely to be on this year's new ban list. Stray dogs in China often meet tragic fates. There's a story that they are transported to the countryside, but the truth remains elusive. A more plausible scenario is that they are destroyed or disappear into the dark corridors of the meat processing industry. Considering the safety of the dog, it was impossible for me to leave it there. So, although not an easy decision to make, I decided to bring the King Corso home. Knowing that no matter what, I can always rely on the support of my beloved wife, I was convinced we would find a way to make it work. I made a makeshift leash out of an old dog leash I had brought with me and carefully looped it around the dog's head. At first, the dog panicked and tried to escape, but speaking to it in a calm voice, it quickly settled down and with an unexpected calm demeanor followed me, this stranger, away from that eerie, silent, and cold grassland. I brought it home, and at that time, I didn't have the chance to check its gender, so I referred to it as it. I tied the dog to the banister in the stairwell and went inside to tell my wife to lock our dog in the bedroom. Without a proper health check by a veterinarian, I didn't want to risk our dog having any contact with the King Corso. Once back home, we settled the King Corso into the small balcony. Although the balcony was enclosed, the tiles were still a bit chilly, so my caring wife found a warm blanket for the dog to lay down on. It was in the light of the balcony that we saw it for the first time, and it turned out to be a female. Her condition was even worse than I had initially imagined. Emaciated, dehydrated, and ravaged by mange, she resembled a pitiful, skeletal figure. Food and water were devoured as soon as they were offered, albeit in small quantities at first, repeated every few hours. We were amazed by her friendliness. Despite the abuse and hardships she had endured, she greeted us with a gentle demeanor, a testament to her indomitable spirit. It was evident that she had been subjected to physical abuse multiple times. For instance, when I tried to give her a large chew bone, she immediately cowered in the corner of the balcony, wearing an expression of fear, as if anticipating a blow. Seeing her demeanor broke my heart. Accustomed to mistreatment, she huddled in the corner, afraid of the hand reaching out to her.
A few moments later.